Hey, what's going on, my fellow Sagittariuses? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Sagittarius? What message do we have for the Sagittarius? What message do we have? All right, Sagittarius. So the first thing I see, Sagittarius, is I feel like between you and this person, you know, it's almost absolute silence. You know, I feel like there's this huge internal struggle going on. And I don't feel like it's in one, but I feel like it's in both of you. You know, I feel like you both know what you want. I mean, I feel like you know what you want, but I feel like it's almost like this silence is it's deafening. You know, it's. I mean, one or both of you are holding back in a big way. You know, and I feel like it's causing a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety on both of you, unnecessarily. You know, holding back, not being. You know, holding back your true intentions. You know, and I feel like there's a lot of silence, like I said, and I feel like it's causing a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, because you both know what you want, but it's almost like you're fighting against it. It's like you're swimming against the current. You know, we have that Nine of Wands, that defensive energy, and I feel like it's solely based on this. I feel like there's this tower moment. I feel like things fell apart. And I feel like they fell apart because of the same reason they're not getting put back together here. You know, I feel like I said, I feel like you both think about each other. You know, I feel like there's a lot of love between the two of you. Something that neither one of you know. I mean, I feel like deep down, neither one of you, deep down, both of you know that you're not walking away from this. That you don't want to walk away from this. But we're also stuck in that stagnant energy of not moving forward toward it either. I mean, your intuition is telling you something, and I don't feel like you're listening. You know, and I mean, we got to trust our intuition here. You know, this is an incredibly strong connection that you share with this person, and it's not going away. I don't think it'll ever go away. And as long as you fight it, you're just tiring yourself out. Like I said, it's like swimming against the current. You know, not letting things happen the way they should happen. I feel like this has been something that's been going on. You know, you have a strong bond with this person, very deep connection. I feel like you feel it every time you're near this person. You feel absolutely drawn to them, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, this is your person. You know, there's definitely that soulmate energy. I'm also getting that twin flame energy because I feel like you both are very similar. So it's like this stubborn energy is kind of double time. I feel like it took a lot for you both to see this for what it truly is. You know, I feel like those feelings, whether they've been pushed down or whether they've been just ignored, those feelings that you feel keep coming out, and they're real. You know, and I mean, it's such a strong connection. But the silence, like I said, it's not doing either one of you any good. You have a strong connection with this person, nurturing, protecting. You know, one or both of you are not living up to it, though. You know, you're not stepping into it. You know, it's a constant feeling of defensive energy. Like you can't, like you want it, but you can't. You need it, but you won't. You know what I mean? And it's with that Emperor and Empress. I mean, sitting side by side is where you were meant to be. You know, you weren't meant to follow this person. They weren't meant to follow you. You were meant to stand side by side. Now, what I do see is I see there has been a lot of hurt, and we're continuing to hurt. You know, that hurt is continuous because we're not, you know, we're not saying what's really there. We're not really stepping up into this. I mean, we have the 10 of Cups. I mean, it's that family card. This is your family. This is the person you're meant to be with. And as long as we ignore that, we're still going to feel that pain. You know, it's like that phantom pain. You know, like I remember meeting this guy years ago when I was in cadets. And we did this Remembrance Day thing, and I met this guy that lost his leg, and he said he still feels it. You know, it still, he said it still hurts. Even though the leg is gone. It's that phantom pain, and I feel like it's the same with you and this person. It's that phantom pain. You know, I feel like it's because we're not being honest with each other, you know, and I feel like because we're not saying what we truly feel and what we truly want and how we truly see each other, we're never going to see the true potential here. But that pain is always going to be real. It's always going to be felt. You know, I feel like you have a strong foundation with this person. And it's rock solid. And that's why it's not going anywhere. Like I feel like it made it through the test of time. But until we acknowledge how we truly feel to each other, until we're truly transparent with each other, we can never keep building. You know, I feel like you're both getting to the point where you're finally ready. I feel like there's been times when you weren't ready. And I feel like there's times when you overthought the shit out of this. And I feel like there's been times when you put a lot of effort into pushing it away. Because it just seemed too damn hard. Like I said, I feel like you're both ready for this. You know, I feel like you're both getting to the point where you're emotionally mature enough to realize how strong this connection is and how it's not going any damn where. And we can fight it, and we can continue to fight it, and we can continue to feel the way we feel. No, I don't feel, you know, I feel like this connection is so deep that no other piece will fit that puzzle. You know, like I've said before, when you're born, I feel like you're basically, you're born with a certain set, you know, a half of a puzzle. And that other person that you're meant to be with has the other half. And there's other people that'll have pieces of the puzzle that may fit a little bit, you know, but there's other pieces that won't. So you're never going to get a clear picture until you meet that right person. And then when you put your pieces together, the picture becomes very clear. But I feel like you've been hiding pieces. You know, I feel like it's You've been hiding pieces from each other. The pieces are there. They were meant to be laid. Now, this is all about who's going to break silence first. And once that silence is broken, it has to be mutual in order for this to move forward, in order for this to see the potential that it was meant to see. You were destined for greatness with this person. But we have to break the silence. You know, I feel like there's moments when you may be you know, you may be open and honest, and maybe they're holding back, and vice versa. But I feel like we both got to get on the same page at the same time. You know, let our fears, let everything that's been holding us back, let it go. It's time for that fresh new start. You know, let go of all the hurt and all the pain that has been caused. You know, and do it for you. It's not about them. It's not about doing it for them. It's about the fact that I feel like it got out of hand. And I feel like we need to get back to where we need to be. Because this connection isn't going anywhere. And, you know, I feel like there may be, like I said, the tower moment. I feel like something happened between the two of you that caused this pain, this scorched earth type energy. But it wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to make you stronger. And like I said, once we can get past that, once we can move forward, you know, that foundation is already built. Like, it's a strong foundation. It's meant to last through the test of time. And I see a lot of happiness, but we have to allow it to come in. I see your cups being filled. You know, you will get what you want from this person. They will get what they want from you. But as long as we're fighting it, as long as we're ignoring it, as long as we're doing anything other than embracing it, we're never going to get there. This connection is clear between the two of you. You both feel it. You both know it's real. Sometimes I feel like one of you is ignoring it and trying to fight it, and the other one is on a different day, and it's just, we just got to get on the same page, because you're meant to be. You know, this connection was meant to be. You know, you're meant to be side by side. You know, I feel like this is the person that you can ride through hell with and not get burned. You know, that ride or die person. You know, that person that's with you till the wheels fall off. And I feel like sometimes that's the hardest person to open up to. Sometimes it's the hardest person to accept that connection, because of the fact that it's so deep and it can be so painful. I mean, with this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some Pisces and some Cancer. We also have that Capricorn as well. Take it from me, I've had a connection like that, and I already know it's going to be the biggest regret of my life, but I've finally been okay with walking away. I finally get to the point where I know I have to. You know, because you can't make someone else accept something if they're not willing to accept it. You know, and sometimes you hurt the ones you love by not being who you're meant to be. You know, and the thing is, if you lose it, that regret stays forever. You know, I've never felt an unreal connection with someone like I did, but I mean, there was, you know, I'm not going to go into it too deep, but there was a lot of toxicity, you know, and I'm not going to say it was all on them. because it wasn't. I had trust issues. I had opening up issues. I never felt true love before until then, and I didn't know what to do with it. I just don't want that for you. I don't want you to have everything right in front of you and just let it slip through your fingers, because, you know, honestly, I don't know if you get a second chance at something like that, at a connection that deep. You know, it took me a long time to accept the fact that there's some things I can't change. You know, and I did a lot of bad things. You know, and mostly it's not showing up, not giving the love that they deserve, because of the fact that I just... That's the hard part, is sometimes I don't even know. You know, the connection that we had was unreal, and it still is. I still feel it every day, but you got to walk away from it when they won't accept it. You can't make them. You know, I'm just gonna step forward and make every day a better day. Try to be better for the next one, if there ever is a next one. But that's the thing. It's a sin. It's an absolute sin to have a connection like this and to do nothing with it. You know, to find your forever person, that absolute true love, and to just let it walk away because neither one of you want to say what needs to be said. You know, you should never leave your person not knowing how you feel. You should never make them feel unwanted. You should never make them feel alone. If you want something, you go after it. Take it. Because if you don't, someone else will. You know, it's the thing about me is, as a Sagittarius myself, very passionate, but I can be impatient. And I try to find the quick fix. You can't fix in a day what you've broken over time. No matter how bad you want to, no matter how bad you want to step up and just be the man that you should have been. Sometimes we don't get the second chance. And unfortunate for me, but learn from my lesson. You know, if this resonates with you, you know what I'm talking about, don't wait. It's not too late. It's not too late till it is too late. You know, go to them. Tell them how you feel. And it's not just about that. That's the mistake I made as well. It's not about talking. It's about showing up. It's about walking. Doing the work. You know, and that's the problem I had. Like I said, I try to prove myself worthy after spending years of not giving anything to hope for. Sometimes the hardest person to love is the one you're meant to. But I grew up without love. I never had a loving family. Not that they were mean, you know, to a point, and not like that. It just, there wasn't a lot of love. There was no, you know, there was no hugs. There was no I love yous. There was no affection. And, you know, like I said, it's sometimes that shit haunts you, and it's up to you whether you let it haunt you. I let it haunt me way too long. I let people stay in my life that just kept bringing me down instead of accepting the people that were bringing me up. But that shit is sad. But trust me, if you want something, if this resonates with you, go after them. Do it now. You know, it's not too late till it's too late. You know, as long as you have breath in you, you have a chance. Don't do what I did. Just trust me. That shit is miserable. I've been miserable. You know, the only thing that's making me happy lately is my kids and doing this. Because I want other people to be happy. I want other people to find that happiness, and I want to be that if I have to be the warning, if I have to be the example of what not to do, and I can help one person, it's all worth it. Anyway, I'll stop playing the violins and being all sappy because I gotta move on. Today's the first day of the rest of my life, you know? But it doesn't have to be for you. You know, it doesn't have to be that way for you. You can, if there's still a chance, there's still a chance. You can fix it. Just be open and honest. Be transparent. Don't hold back. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.